up. Okay, we back in action.
We back in action.
Back in action. It's week number 8. Dang.
Number 8.
You know, I was in a singing song group back in the day at church. Yeah.
I did know that you played the drums.
No, but I sang. Is what I'm saying.
They shouldn't have let you.
What you mean?
What you mean?
Come
what
on
I
now.
mean? You ain't the next Fantasia.
I was the alto. You know what I'm saying? I was the next. What do you call him? Bobby Brown of the group. You feel me?
Not even close.
Nah.
All right. Anyway.
Nah, but we made it to week number 8, y'all. Welcome to another. Wow. Welcome to another unwanted feedback, where we giving our thoughts on stuff you didn't even know you needed opinions on.
Yeah, what you said.
Damn.
Where the couple you ain't asked for, giving unsolicited opinions on anything with zero filter.
Pretty much anything. Everything that you didn't really ask for, but here we are doing it once again. Week 8. About
2
to
months
be
in.
Yeah, about to be 10 weeks. We're almost on our week 10. I can't wait.
Obviously. Keep talking about it.
Week 10. It's just like when you
Week
hit the
10,
double
week
digit.
10.
When you hit double digits, like, wow, we made it. We made it.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't know how to say it without saying it.
What you mean? That soldier, that Drake. We made it. Yeah.
Just we made it.
Just we made it. How was your week, babe?
My week was pretty good. Mother's Day was yesterday.
Yo, happy Mother's Day. Moms out there.
All the moms, the good, the bad,
The ugly.
the intermission.
All them.
Intermission. The intermittent is what I meant to say. The intermittent moms, the ones who are no longer with us. Foster moms, surrogate mothers, all of them.
Motherly figures, all of y'all who are out there that
Happy Mother's Day.
planted a seed in a lot of the youth heart and was there for
Or the
them
brain.
through everything, for sure. Hell yeah. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. So talk to me.
How was your week?
My week? Good. Work week. Busy work week. Nothing much this week. Kind of calm. But next week, next weekend? Got a birthday, a surprise birthday party coming up. That's going to be fun. In 2 weeks. A wedding in like 3 weeks. So busy month. Busy month.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited. Can't wait to see what the week holds. I'm off to today. So while y'all hearing this, I'm off. Chilling, maxing, relaxing, sitting by the pool, shooting some b-ball outside of school.
All of that.
All that.
I'm not sure you got the words right, but we'll take it.
That was the words. Come on, I know the intro for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Are you serious? That's my favorite show of all time.
Yeah, because you want to be Will, but you really Carlton.
Tell me a better show than Fresh Prince. In the
Better
90s.
show in the 90s?
Family.
A family show?
Yeah.
I mean, you asking me to talk about the 90s is like asking me to talk about music. The 90s.
Or if you can't say the
Fresh
90s,
Prince?
a show that can match that Fresh Prince energy that was a family based, like, you know, there was a family in there. It was about a family.
I want to say Family Matters. But I feel like that's like before Fresh Prince.
I would say like I think if I'm not mistaken, it would be around the same time. But I wouldn't put Fresh Prince over no. I mean, I wouldn't put no Steve Urkel over Fresh Prince. Although Steve Urkel is like a popular character, I would say that he's a popular character than Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I wasn't old enough to watch these shows at that time though, so like my generation of like, or like my growing up on shows is a lot different.
Yeah, what did you grow up on?
I mean, Friends, obviously. I'm trying to think. Really, Friends, Saved by the Bell,
Right.
Full House.
Okay, those are comparable shows. They won't touch it, but they comparable.
I mean,
Yo, ain't not messing with the Fresh.
you gotta.
Prince.
It's a two different cultures though.
That's
like
true.
Fresh Prince is you know a different culture than Full House is. But I feel like equally, like you take out the cultureness of it, it's equally as funny.
I might have to circle back on Full House. It's been a while.
The old, like OG Full House. Yeah, bro. Come on.
With the Olsen twins.
With the Olsen twins. I don't know nobody else. John Stamos.
Who's that?
Uncle Jesse.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And then the other guy, I don't know what his name was.
Is it Bert? Bert from Flintstone. Uncle, yeah, he played Bert in Flintstones.
You know he's dead, right?
He did?
When? Like recently.
Hold on, dog.
I don't even know his name.
Damn. You gotta put Bert. No. Bernie.
And my hand is not big enough to type on
Bert.
this iPad.
Full House. What's his name?
Dave Coulier.
He died for real?
Yeah, I'm pretty
What year was this?
Let's see. Oh.
You wishing death on people? He's still alive?
Yo, I definitely thought he was dead.
Oh my gosh, you would have had me going on IG RIP and he not even RIP.
Like for real.
Use your
I thought he was
Googles.
dead.
Use your Googles.
Bob Saget's not dead.
No, I'm glad he not dead.
Is Bob Saget the dad? Or did I make that up?
Nah, Bob Saget. Nah, isn't Bob Saget the man from No, Bob Saget is the dad. Come on now. Come on, I had no cable and I knew that. Bob Saget. Who don't know Bob? Yeah.
Oh,
Bob
he
Saget's
had cancer. That's why I thought he died.
Yeah. Bob Saget died.
The dad?
Yeah, he died in 2022.
So I mixed them up then.
Yeah.
Dang! Wow.
They all don't look alike. I guess they do sometimes, huh?
Nah, those two definitely don't look alike.
They don't look alike. But damn, but R.I.P. to Uncle
to the dad.
Saget. Yeah, Uncle Saget.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So what's popping? Brand new whip just hopping.
Okay, Jack.
I got options. My sister this week, she pulled up on my parents for Mother's Day, and she called me and told me this story. It had me rolling.
Couldn't breathe rolling.
So like back in the day, whenever we were at home, no matter how many times the front door opens, my dad is always on alert. Like the moment he hears the front door open, he's always like, yo, who that walking through my front door? Who's that? And he'd be like lit, turned up.
Yeah, and you better answer.
And you gotta answer because he come around that corner to look. I mean, he not gonna do nothing, but he come around that corner to come look. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you never know what he could pull out from where.
A cutlass, that's all he could really pull out, and then that is in the garage. So he gonna have to go around to come back around. He not doing
He gonna be like, do that again.
Exactly.
Come in my house again.
Exactly. He gonna say, yo, come back. 3 minutes. No, now he's not doing that. So he would always come walk around the corner, boom, see who it is, whatever. So my sister decided to surprise my parents later in the night. So my parents being upstairs, my sister come through the house, they didn't hear the door open. So she's on the phone with my mom. This is the wildest thing. She's on the phone with my mom, and my mom doesn't even recognize she's even in the house. So my sister goes and knocks on their room door while they're in there.
Their bedroom door.
Their bedroom door while they're upstairs in the house. Oh, that knocking on the door. Hold on. Like Pops is like, hold on. Like he going off. When she said that, I screamed because I'm like, I already knew. She tried to give my parents a heart attack.
And like the mess up part is Pops just had a heart procedure. Why she thought that was a good idea?
You know what I'm saying? Pops had a little surge, a little check-in on the heart, and then she come in like knocking on the door.
It's the thought that counts.
Oh my God. Knowing how he would be. She's wild for that. Yo, when she told me that, I died.
I mean, if anybody did that on me, call the ambulance, bro. I am dead. I'm dead on sight.
I mean, who wouldn't freak out? If you hear a knock at your room door and you know for sure when you lock that front door, you lock the front door, turn the light off, there's nobody in this house but me.
Listen to me. I get scared off if I hear a sound out the window and it's dark.
Anything.
You think I'm be okay and I hear someone knocking on my door in my house, bro? You better call the ambulance. You better not even tell me it's a surprise. Call the ambulance because when you come into the door that you're knocking on, I'm already dead.
Yeah,
100%. I'm gone to the wind.
Flatline for sure.
Yeah, immediate. Don't surprise me, please. No one do it.
Yeah, she's not well with surprises, but when she gets surprised, she fart. Like it's one of those type of things. What?
Why you have to compare it like that?
I mean, yeah,
because I was thinking
yo,
like
drop my croissant. That's
I'd
you.
poop my pants. Yeah, I would poop my pants.
That's you. That's you. That you. Everybody, it's like a stink bug. You know, if you scare a stink bug, it does that.
Yeah, because stink bugs are here in this state.
In New York?
Uh-huh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you better be careful you don't squish the wrong bug. You're going to be pissed.
I'm going to be hitting that dance. You know that dance, that viral dance everybody's doing?
Get up and do it. Get up and do it.
I don't know how to do it. How you do it?
Not like that.
That's not how you do it?
Not even close, bro.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
It's all just knee. It's like you're spinning your knee in and out, not your hips at all.
Do you want to get up and show how we do it?
I don't have any coordination. Just one knee you're moving. Yeah.
Hey, see?
Dun, 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 dun,
Is that it?
dun, dun. No.
That's not. Oh, that's the song? Oh,
I think so.
No, that's not. That's a whole nother TikTok, bro.
There's too many.
You mix it up your shows or your viral. Yeah.
You know what my favorite one is right now?
What?
She was a fairy. Yeah. But like when they make a Jamaican, I see one that said, "Oh, what the bombo clot." Yeah. Oh, what the bombo clot.
For real?
Or she was a bad girl. Yeah. She was a bad girl.
Gotcha. Bop, 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 bop. Yo, these viral videos are hilarious. Yo, speaking of viral, I saw this video the other day, and I wanted to get your opinion on it. Now,
Well, that's what we're here to do.
And I want them to give us their opinion on what they would do.
Yeah.
Because this lady went viral for going out with her friends, and when it came down to splitting the bill, it was like a whole issue. Now, apparently the bill, I don't know the price of the bill, but when it came, it was a lot larger than I guess this one lady could pitch in for, because she made sure when she was going, she wasn't going to get no drinks. She probably got an appetizer and probably a dessert or something. And she made sure to go with her where she could pay. And she got sucked into the group split the tab. Now, how you feel about that? Because if you go out with a group of people, like, do you split the check by the price amount or what the person bought to eat?
I can go either way. One, it depends on who I'm with and the vibes. I know there's certain people that like we split the check based on what is there. We all good. Mm-hmm. But I also know people like I also have friends and stuff that if I go out, we split in the check by what we got. Because some group of friends like to eat more. Some group of friends like to drink more. Obviously, drinks are going to be more expensive. And, you know, that's what you're paying for, essentially. Mm-hmm. Or if, like, we go to a club and we all got drinks and we're going to get a hookah and we're going to do this and that. Like, we'll all just split it based on what's there.
Okay, so yeah, based on the amount. So in that situation, like, yeah, because if you're going to be drinking or the hookah and, like, you know, especially if you go to Rise, you know what I'm saying? Bottles expensive. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to sit here and act like we in there, oh, bottles for everybody. No, bottles are expensive and we're going to split it by the heads.
But that's different, though. I feel like something with bottles, that's got to be talked about before you even get to where you going.
Oh,
because then you're going to end up paying for the whole thing and people just drinking off of it. And it's like, that's fine because y'all are my homies, but also, like, be mindful because, like, it's not like it's a $50 bottle. Like, it's $250 and a drink at Rise is like $20 each. Mm-hmm. So it makes more sense, obviously, to get a bottle, but then, like, everybody has to, like, put that into consideration, too. Oh, I'm just going to get 2 drinks at the bar. Okay. Yeah. You still up 50 plus tip, like 40 plus tip. Like, so you might as well just put down on the bottle, like, at that point.
So then might as well be up front. So then be upfront about that, like, you know what I'm saying, listen, I'm only going to be able to take care of this, especially if you go to an event like that where you buying bottles and stuff like that. And then y'all can figure it out. But a dinner situation, I think that it should be by person. Now, mind you, nobody wants to sit there and start doing the math and all that. I don't care. It takes 2 seconds. I will sit there and calculate what I had. I'll even throw the tax plus the tip amount for the waiter or waitress and send it to you, whoever's going to be running the thing. But I'm not going to sit here and pay for you that ran up drinks all night, and you that got the appetizer you ain't finished, and then you over there that took 2 scoops of the rice, and then you good. Like, I'm not doing that.
And that's why
I'm paying for what I paid for. I came for, and that's it.
And that's why when it comes to dinner, I do like to split the check based on what I have, because I know I can drink a lot more than most people, and I know I'm not gonna finish the food that I have on the table. Right. So let me just pay for my stuff so no one gets mad at me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm notorious for that.
That's how I stand on that. But a lot of people feel like you know, just let people. If you go in a group, split it up, and they can do that.
The biggest thing I'm getting out of this is if you're going out somewhere with a group of people, just talk about it before y'all get there. It'll save so much headache. It'll save so much like argument.
Okay, so now in a different hindsight, what if someone invites you out? So if they say, "Yo, come out tonight. We come out to so and so. I want you to come out. We gonna have dinner." Da 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 da. Are you paying for your stuff, or is that person paying for your stuff? Now, mind you, we old, we're grown now. Obviously, you know to go with money because you're an adult. You need to be able to care for. You need to make sure you have money on you.
Anywhere I go, I'm expecting to pay.
Right. Point blank. Period.
Point blank. Period. And if I don't got it, when I get that text, I'm gonna be like, I don't got it. And then if they say, "Don't worry, I got you," a different situation. But I ain't gonna go nowhere. I don't got no money to pay for my stuff. That's for dang sure.
Because I don't feel comfortable with someone paying for my stuff. But if it's more of like a, you know, it's on me tonight, I know coming down the line, like I'm gonna return that some way somehow. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how our group of friends really do work, though, too.
Our true real friends.
Yeah, the only friends we got left is our true real friends.
I'm saying, but no, definitely, I don't. You know. I think she's right. I think she's right for not wanting to pay, but for everybody else. But talk about it before you leave the house.
Talk about it before you leave the house.
Hey, you know, when you at your crib, nobody can bother you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you know what time it is.
It's time for a story.
Got another Reddit story for y'all.
Talk to me.
Okay. I don't have the title of this one.
Okay.
So here we go. So I'm currently a 4th-year computer science student at a pretty respected university and was looking to graduate this semester. One of the classes I was taking was a class in modern advancements and trends in the field of technology. This guy is smart. While the class didn't require much to heavy lifting, it still was a higher level one and required a good amount of work. I was trying to be from Boston.
Smart. Yeah, you gotta really want it.
I guess. For our final, our professor had assigned us a 20-page research paper into a current or possible future technology of our choice within the field. I did my paper on helium-3 power generation. I worked my ass off on this paper, and in the end, I was super proud of it. The papers were due last night at midnight, and I held off on submitting my final draft till the end to get it as clean as possible. This is where I fucked up big time. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I don't work a normal job.
How they do. That's already a bad start.
That's all he needed to say.
You say, I don't work a normal job.
I don't work a normal job.
Now you selling something. Yourself or something.
Anything. You can literally sell anything these days.
That is true.
I tried it in my first year of school and I really liked it. I really didn't like it. Excuse me. I've worked internships when they came up, but outside of that, I really didn't work. This and being a student really doesn't mix well, though. So I had to make my money some way. For the past 3 years, I've gotten by on writing hardcore. Okay, you don't have to read it for me, Mr. Fourth grade reading level. Relax.
I just had to let you know that I'm here for you. I can pick you up when you fall.
For the past 3 years, I've gotten by on writing hardcore erotica on commission. Okay. I mean, he's making money writing books. Yeah. It's not where my mind went when he said he doesn't have a normal job.
He was selling his ass.
Specifically for furries. I don't
even know what?
Specifically for furries. I have no idea what a furry is. I would write anything. Any fetish, any premise, anything. In some parts of that community, I became really popular. At one point, I was making almost $2,500 on Patreon, along with the amounts I charge to my customers. Am I proud of this? No. I've written some really disgusting stuff, but it paid the bills and the money was too good to pass up. I told myself the minute I got a real job, I was cutting and running from this work. Well, this brings us to last night. I had not gotten. Yep, I had not gotten any sleep for the past few nights. I had multiple projects due in the span of a few days. I was running on nothing but coffee and Rockstar. I was nothing more than a walking corpse and wanted to do nothing but sleep. I ended up doing my last read over my final paper and submitted it before sleeping. However, instead of submitting my final paper, I somehow submitted one of the commissions I was working on. This commission is not light either. It is almost 10 pages long and contains a variety of things, including vor and scat. So I went to bed. Submissions for the final...
What is vor and scat?
I don't know. So I went to bed. Submissions for the final locked, and my academic career was sentenced to death then and there. I woke up this morning. I checked my grades for my other classes before noticing an email from my professor. All it says was to come to his office after class today. I want to die right now. I don't know how I'm going to explain why, instead of my final, I submitted a hardcore erotic story with a wolf man jacking off in a dragon's stomach. But yeah, I fucked up big time.
What the hell was he thinking of doing that for the schoolwork? Yo, stop.
It was an accident.
Stop. Why? Where is his intellectual mind of his writing to think of a wolf jacking off in a dragon's stomach?
First of all, at this point...
Wait, why is it inside of a dragon's stomach? Where do I begin? Where's this Ooh, I can't see.
You're focused on the story, and I'm focused on, like...
What is the furries? What is you mean the furries? What Patreon $2,500?
Patreon's real.
Patreon is real.
Patreon's real.
We are gonna start a Patreon at some point. Definitely when we get this thing going and rolling. Patreon, we're gonna do some exclusive content. That's later on in the lane, but definitely Patreon is a move. What is vor and scat?
Well, furries are individuals who identify with and enjoy anthropomorphic animals or characters, often dressing up in costumes called fursuits and creating their own fursona.
What's a persona?
Like a persona.
So they're just like a what's that thing? What does the fox say? What does the fox say? So they just identify as a fox?
It's like the cat kid at Lifetime. You remember that kid?
There's a kid that act like he was a cat?
Act like. The kid would come into the spa like with the paws and the paws on the feet.
You're like...
The ears, the tail, and would just go...
So he just identifies as a cat?
No. They identify as a cat.
Who's they? Them? It was a group of them?
No.
It was a person. The cat-lit person.
The cat person identifies as a cat.
So the cat is a they? The cat is a cat.
The cat is a cat.
Okay. You can't, they, them, and catting.
Because it's actually like a girl.
Oh.
Like it's a little girl, but they identify as a cat.
Got you. Politically correct.
Like.
Got you.
She got kicked out a few times for sure.
Damn. You heard about the horse lady? There's a DJ that's like a horse not Mac Jack. See, I'm thinking about the damn jack off in the dragon's stomach. What the hell is that? DJ
That's
horse.
Literally like creative. Like what? How do you think he comes up with these erotic stories? He just writes them, or you feel like he be tripping on shrooms and just be like going crazy, trying to make money.
Pretty much, just going crazy. He in college, so I know he's on drugs. I know he's definitely shrooming out. He's probably sniffing stuff, taking stuff with. I'm sure.
Sniffing stuff is crazy.
I mean, how else the crazy? A lot of the crazy drugs you sniff or even inject.
It's called snort.
Yeah. Snort, pig snort.
Wow.
Something like that. The Horse Girl is a German DJ, singer, and songwriter who identifies her identity behind a horse head mask.
Yeah.
You ever seen her before?
No.
Oh my gosh. It's a terrifying sight, but she's definitely a DJ who identifies as a horse.
That's like fake, right? Like that's like a prosthetic.
I think so. Yeah, it's a mask.
Oh, okay.
It's a mask, but she identifies behind her. She hides her identity behind a horse head mask.
But guess what?
What?
She's famous.
She is. She's a German DJ. Shout out to her.
So I mean, she can identify as a horse because she's making a living off of
Listen, when you making money,
you can do whatever you want.
You do what you want when you buy. Hey. For real.
But I hope he passes his class, though.
I mean, I hope so too. But
he did write a 10-page paper. It was half of what it was.
I'm sure I'm sure the teacher definitely gave him a chance to write that again.
Or like resubmit it.
Yeah, something that erratic. I'm sure he was just like, I don't know what was going on through your mind, but we gonna act like this didn't happen. Go ahead and write that again. And I got you till tomorrow afternoon.
Do you think he has some like free stories?
Free stories?
Yeah, I want to like find one of his stories to read about furries.
Maybe you have to look for that because we might need a deep dive on this furries. Ring, 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 ring.
Crazy. Well, another Reddit story for the books.
For the books. Yo, I want to play a game. Give me a game. Give me a game.
It's time for Would You Rather.
Would you rather? Talk to me. Would you rather?
All right. What's one word your friends would use to describe you?
Chill.
All right. That's not the word.
How? What you think people would say about me?
Goofy.
Goofy, Gibby.
You're a goofy guy.
I'd probably be a...
Hashtag Morgan J.
Morgan J? Who's Morgan J?
The guy who probably trademarked Goofy Guy.
Oh, see, I'm thinking Goofy Goober.
Yeah.
A name, my friend. What's one word your friends would like to describe you?
Boring.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, you are boring.
Yeah, awkward.
Nah, you're not boring. I would give you over-loving. I would say that. You're very over-loving.
Over-loving?
Yeah, you love hard. Mm-hmm.
All right. Favorite guilty pleasure snack?
Favorite guilty pleasure snack? Why I gotta sound like that?
Because it's a guilty pleasure.
Sound like a Diddy freak off. Like, why I gotta sound like...
So, you was there?
I was never at a Diddy freak off.
You said it like you knew.
Like it brought me back?
You was in... you was at trial today, ain't it?
No, I was never at trial. He's crazy.
You was testifying?
They say he peed. He was having people pee in what's her name's mouth, bro.
Isn't that what you had to do?
Never. Don't ever play with me like that. Nah, hell nah. I heard that today on the news. He said he had people pee in her mouth. That's disgusting. He has to rot.
He's going to.
He's gonna rot. Damn. How did he got into my would you rather questions? Damn.
Because you like squirrel.
And it. Oh, see, you said squirrel got
me.
See,
exactly.
But these your questions. Tell me.
You didn't answer it. What's your favorite guilty pleasure snack?
My favorite guilty pleasure is chocolate. I think chocolate is the one.
Yeah, you do like chocolate. What's one thing you can't live without?
You.
You know what's crazy? I was getting ready to be like, fail. The answer was me.
Damn. You and my mama.
A book that changed your life?
Captain Underpants, for sure.
That's not, I don't think.
Nah, because they got me into like wanting to read more. And then when I used to always go to Barnes & Noble as a kid or the book fair. Come on now. We all had a Scholastics book fair. I was always at the book fair and I always wanted the Captain Underpants book. But if I wasn't doing that, once I got into Captain Underpants book, I went into reading newspapers. When I used to work at the airport with my dad in the summer as a kid. I used to read a newspaper. That was weird. The newspaper was my thing.
Mountain or beach?
Beach.
You're a liar.
Beach only because I want to be able to see water. I like to see water. It makes me feel like what's on the other side. For me, when it's like when I'm at the mountains, if this makes sense, when we're in the mountains and it was just all land, it was just like it felt like I was in the middle of nowhere. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's some mountains that have like there's lakes and stuff. There's big lakes that you can't see the other side.
I mean, if I could see if I'm able to see a mountain and the ocean, then a beautiful spot.
So
Jamaica, there you go. Mountains in the ocean right there.
I was thinking like California.
California too. Another tropical place. Washington, Portland.
You thinking tropical? I'm thinking like seasonal.
Oh, see, I'm thinking of hot.
No,
summer.
I don't want to be hot. When I get
wife beater t-shirt.
When outside. I'm hot, I get angrier faster.
True.
Because everything just pumping.
Yeah. And you just get hot and sweaty. Palms is heavy. Mom spaghetti.
Knees weak. Mom spaghetti.
He's nervous.
Vomit on a sweater.
Something like that. We know you don't know music.
Yep. Dream dinner guest, alive or dead?
Dream dinner guest? One person or two?
One?
Gotta be with Hov. You know when they said take the money or eat dinner with Hov? I gotta eat dinner with Hov. Only because I gotta learn the game. I want to have a real intellectual conversation with my goat and learn like what I gotta do. Like he's not gonna give me the reins, but yeah, definitely. Hov, we need to sit down and have a talk. Hov, we get you on the pod.
Last one. If you could instantly master one skill, what would it be?
If I could master one skill, what would it be? To be the best every day when I wake up. Be the best version of me every day. I feel like that's the best.
I feel like you wasted that question.
Why I can't be the best for myself? What am I supposed to be?
You could be the best for yourself, but like...
All right, so I got you. No.
I got you. That's your answer. No. It's time for me to answer now.
Okay, what was the question? What was the question again?
I'm not asking it because then you're going to answer and cut me off. I have to answer now. So, I'd have to say a skill that I would want to master would definitely be like... surgery. Like that's skill. You have to have skill to be a surgeon. And if I can do surgery, I can make mad money.
I understand that, Jessica, but throw up, blood, all that stuff is not something you can take.
I can take blood. In person? I can't take throw up.
So when someone's like, but what happens if they're like secretion, like is this like?
Were you not there the day that Babs fell down the concrete stairs outside and smashed her head open on the floor?
I did not see that.
Yeah, I was there, one of the first responding people at Lifetime to help her. And her shit was leaking, bro.
Yeah, yikes. And you saw that.
Fine. Right. I'm fine with blood. It's things that stink. Vomit, poop.
But that stuff happens. Bodily, surgery. Some things happen where people poop on themselves or throw up.
That's for the nurses. If I'm a surgeon, I don't deal with that. I'm going in to cut you open and I'm getting the fuck out of there.
So you're the one that's in the middle, everything that's going on. You're just out of that, not focused on that?
Have you've never seen Grey's Anatomy?
I don't watch Grey's. You know that.
Surgery has nothing. Surgery is a sterile environment. Surgery is supposed to be very clean, except for what you're working on. Yes, in the part of the body that you're working on might be the intestines or the colon where their poop does go. But I'm gloved up. I got a mask on. I can't smell anything.
True.
And then when they get out of surgery...
So you're not a visual person? Like, so if something visually is disgusting, it doesn't bother you?
Nah.
I thought you would be more on visual. If you look at throw up and you're like, without even smelling anything, you're like...
I don't think you don't understand. It's also because I do smell it. It's not because I just see it. I saw it yesterday when Kobe threw up on the floor. I did not gag one time.
Oh my gosh. Y'all, Kobe threw up on the floor yesterday.
Tell them why, Steph.
Oh my gosh. So coming home from Mother's Day dinner and I had one of my little vape pens on the table. No, I left it in the couch and it was behind a pillow and I was going to tell myself, let me check behind the pillow, make sure that, there's nothing on there because lately he's been chewing my chapsticks, chewing my shoes, chewing my hat.
He has a chapstick fetish.
Yo, the man is freakazoid with the chapstick, bro. He just love chapstick.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn. I was looking at this pillow and I was like, should I move it? And I was like, I'm not about to move no pillow. So I left. Came back and we opened the door. He gets up. He's excited. Jess sees him, but she doesn't even much just realize that there's something wrong with him. You didn't even notice his face.
I saw his face. It looked like he just woke up. So I was like, okay, he was asleep.
And then I saw him run outside and he's twitching and trying to run and he's
geeking out.
Yeah, he's glitching out.
Crashing out.
You would have thought he was 3D. He was really glitching out. And I'm like, yo, babe, I think he ate something. So I came inside the house and I'm like, what the heck? I'm looking. I see the top for this thing. And I'm like,
Jit was fried. And, that just ruins everything. Because now you got to stop everything that you're doing, no matter what you need to do to tend to this guy. He was fine at first. So he was outside. He had the zoomies outside. Like, he thought he was at the Kentucky Derby this weekend. Like, he was running laps.
And I'm thinking like, damn, okay, I know when he gonna run. He's trying to like exert that energy and get it all out. But I knew when he was gonna stop is when it was gonna really hit him. Like his head was gonna be spinning. Essentially, like if he would have drank. Once he stopped, he started leaning. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's gonna fall.
So then we finally got him back inside. He laid down and then he starts whimpering. He was peeing on himself. So Steph was like, we gotta take him to the vet.
Yeah, I started freaking out.
I'm like, bruh, my night's shot. I'm already over it. And he said, let's go to the vet.
Yeah. And then we were supposed to record yesterday instead of
right now.
Yeah.
So then we get to the vet. They're like, okay, well, he didn't take a lethal dose. You could see the doctor and they can do like blood work and give him fluids and give him anti-nausea medication. Steph goes, well, about how much is that going to be? Because Kobe doesn't like the vet and Kobe needs to be sedated every time he gets to the vet. But that's an extra
fee. Anytime we take this man to the vet, he has to be sedated. He can't go in and just, they hide, they pet him and they just do it. They got to check his ear. Nah, he has to put up a fight.
Fighting.
He don't trust him. I don't
so
blame
then
him.
Once they said that's all they were gonna do, we dipped.
Yeah.
And then we came home and Jit was knocked out for the rest of the night.
Yeah, he slept in the room and he was knocked out for the night. He woke up this morning.
I looked at hungry. That vet. Yeah. He had to be starving.
Yo, he didn't eat until like 10 o'clock today.
Yeah.
And I didn't want him to throw up. That's why I made him eat at 10.
Yeah. I looked at the vet tech before we left. I said, I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to be like him.
Huh?
I'm trying to be like him.
Yeah, it was bad, but I'm glad he's alive and he's not dead. Cause boy, imagine walking home and seeing that. I don't think we would have been ready for that.
Yeah.
Well, you had to think about that.
Nah, I was gonna be like,
you had to think about the moment.
Yeah, I had to think about it because I probably would obviously not go to work today. I probably wouldn't be able to go to work for the whole week. I would be down bad.
Yeah,
I would be down bad.
Yeah, nah, that's our son for real. I love Kobe. That's my boy.
Dang, I'm about to cry right now.
Damn, see, damn. Oh my God, damn. Who got? Hey, who got onions over there?
Fudge.
All right, yo, but we do want to hear from you guys. We do want to make sure that we communicate. We want to have this type of moment going there.
Pop, boy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We want to have that connection between us too. So please,
one more time. Hey, stupid ass little boy.
We just want to make it a point to talk with you guys. So please, leave us our questions on our video. For you
questions, suggestions, games, anything you want to see, hear, or listen to us do. We're here to do it. He's the test dummy, y'all.
Yeah, I ain't no test dummy. I ain't no dummy, you big dummy. Big dummy, I ain't no dummy. You calling me a dummy?
Why you at my birthday party with a birthday present at my birthday party, singing happy birthday at my birthday party with a birthday present at my birthday party?
Yo, if y'all remember who that is, drop that in the comments. Oh my gosh, the young one.
All right, let's get into it for real. I know what everybody wants to hear. I know what everybody wants to hear. What does everybody want to hear?
Let's hear it.
Second round of playoffs?
Oh!
I'm not gonna lie, second round's going off right now.
Talk to me.
In all parts of the country.
You got the
Celtics, Knicks.
Okay, all right. We gonna save that one last. Let's go west. We go west. We got Timberwolves and Warriors. We got Nuggets and OKC. Thunder. Then you got on the east Cleveland and Indiana, and then Celtics and Boston, or Celtics and Knicks.
Celtics and Boston. Crazy.
Yeah, crazy. Both of them, they fighting each other.
They literally are
fight.
fighting each other.
They fighting their damn self on because boy. But
well, let's just, like you said, start west.
Let's start to the west.
Timberwolves got it.
Yeah.
Steph Curry gone.
The Warriors have no identity without Steph.
They're gonna need to find one because he is gonna retire very soon.
Yeah, they have no identity without Steph, so they need to figure that out because they are out of there. They're what, 3-1 right now?
I think so.
3-1. They only won one with him, so that's out of the picture. So Steph, he'll be back next year. I don't see Steph leaving. That same team will be there.
I don't see him leaving this year, but he's definitely like. Sorry, I saw the score of the game right now. I gotta.
I'm not interested on the game right now.
I mean, I know that I got distracted by looking at it. All right. He's going to come back and they're going to make it to the playoffs next year. They're going to do their thing because they got Jimmy. So he going to stay. He going to get right. Mm-hmm. And then come back and they're going to be good next year.
And they could probably get Giannis. Who knows? That's a whole nother story for a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But okay.
Minnesota leads 2-1.
2-1. So it's not 3-1, but 2-1. And they going back to Minnesota, ain't it? Or are they in...
They're in Golden State.
Golden State. Yeah. But Golden State is no identity without Steph. So that's already done.
Yeah.
Then you got Denver versus Thunder.
MVP versus
2-2.
MVP.
2-2. They tied up on Mother's Day.
Denver should have never lost that game.
Yeah, but that first half, bro, shooting 13% or 18%. 14% at half.
No, 18% at half, 14% first quarter.
Yo, horrendous. It looked like a girl middle school basketball game.
It was so bad.
On both sides, because both sides were shooting horrible too. And the only reason why Denver was still in it because they had their free throws. They were getting sent to the line. But other than that, shots were not falling, turnovers. And they kept fouling OKC, but that series is 2-2 going back to OKC. Then we got Cleveland. They're battling injuries. They're out of there. They're done. 3-1.
Are they really? What happened to Cleveland?
Darius Garland hurt. Evan Mobley hurt. Donovan Mitchell, I think I just read something today. He's hurt after yesterday's game. He left with the ankle injury. So,
they're done so.
Yeah, Cleveland's out of there. So, damn, And people's going to have this narrative that when Boston does come out of this series, they're going to say, well, then Boston didn't really play no one. Because, look, Cleveland's supposed to be the one that was number one. Everyone's projecting like, damn, this is going to be the team, the one to beat. And obviously, you got number two is your defending champs. But everyone was rooting for Cleveland. Now look where they at right now. I don't know what's going on with Cleveland, but they're done. So right now, you already going to see it. Boston versus Indiana back in the Eastern Conference Finals. Why is that a thing now? Like,
we'll see.
You know what I'm saying? What do you mean we'll see?
You got to wait till this series is over. I mean, Knicks are technically still up.
I ain't worried about
We got a chance.
I ain't worried about the Knicks.
We got a chance.
The Knicks gotta realize that they'll never get past Boston. Yeah, Boston gave up the last two games. The first two games, I mean. But Boston beat themselves, like I said in the beginning of this. Boston beat themselves. How in the world in the first two games, the last 5 minutes of both games, you fold. And you blow a 20-point lead. And you make the New York Knicks come back. That make sense.
Clutch shot Brunson. That's all you need to know to make it make sense.
And it makes sense why he won that award. The man is a dog. The man, when he gets in the game, he takes over. When I see him shoot a three, he reminds me of KD. Especially in that last 5 minutes. He's been hitting threes and hitting like what he's supposed to be doing. I'm like, bruh. And then I'm looking at on my end like, damn, why Tatum can't do that? You know what I'm saying? He's a good regular season player, but then like in playoffs, he's an all-around player in the playoffs, but damn, you're supposed to be the guy, right? You know what I'm saying? You essentially didn't say you want to be the guy, but you say you top five, so essentially you are the guy. What's going on?
I think it's because Yeah, he is the face of the Celtics, right?
Yeah.
You think of the Celtics, you think Jason Tatum is the first person you think of. But the way that the Celtics play their game, and which is why they're so lethal, is they play a team game. You don't have to rely on just like every other team. The Nuggets, for instance, my squad, they rely on Jokic 100% of the time. Barely any other times do they rely on anybody else. The Celtics don't have that problem. They can rely on anybody that's on the court.
Yeah.
So it comes off as like he needs to do more. He's not like the guy. Essentially, he is.
But there's so many weapons.
There's so many other options that he doesn't have to always be the guy. Because if Peyton Pritchard's shooting better than he is, if he's got a hot hand, Jason Tatum's basketball IQ is so good that he's not going to be selfish and take the shot. He's going to give it to Peyton.
But he also has to be leading in points. He does have to be leading in assists. He does have to be leading with the
Which
rebound.
he is for his squad.
Because then you think about this. Think about Pop with his system. He had guys in damn, why am I blanking out? San Antonio. He had Tony. He had Manu. He had Mr. Fundamentals. How about Uncle Timmy? You know what I'm saying? He had teams that were like stacked, where essentially Tatum would be a Tim Duncan, where he has to put up the numbers, and you got JB being Tony Parker with his numbers, or at least, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have to play that game now. I don't know what's going on with Tatum. Why, like, these big shots not falling? I mean, he put 50 on the Sixers in Game 7 that 1 year when he needed to. I don't know what happened.
That 1 year.
Yeah. I mean, was it 2018, 2019?
So, can't wait to see how the rest of round 2 goes, man. It's a really good basketball right now.
And I know when y'all listen to this, I know my Celtics tied the series 2-2. I ain't worried about them. And
I can't wait for you to have to edit this out.
For really?
Yeah.
Damn, I should look at the score now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to look at no score. I ain't worried about that.
That's crazy.
I ain't worried about that. But you heard about that self-deportation process?
I did. Which I think is absolutely insane, because if anybody falls for that, you're not coming back, bro. Like, you're done. Like, that's it, bozo. Like, get out of here.
Yo, that's the funniest thing I've ever... Yo, this man literally came out.
But also with the self-deportation process, did you see that he has like a $5 million citizenship?
What's that?
Where like rich people can pay the $5 million to get like... to be allowed in the country, and that's it. They get like a gold card.
Oh, so if you pay the $5 million, you could stay.
No, like this is for like other rich people that like aren't already here.
Oh, so if you want to move here and you're rich, pay the $5 million.
You good.
Pay the 5 tickets and you're straight.
Yeah.
Wow.
To get into this country.
That's, hey.
To get into this country.
$5 million. Wherever you at, wherever that $5 million is, you come in here. I mean, it could double, or no, it won't. Some places, think about here. If he wants $5 million here, think about if you took that $5 million to go to like England.
Yeah, it's more.
Yo, don't do it. Don't do it. It's literally a sign saying. It's literally all signs saying. Like, go to hell, you're not coming.
Go to a different country.
Yeah, we're not sending
Italy is paying people to move to small towns in their villages. Go there. They're paying you. You don't have to pay.
But the cool thing about it, I guess, is with this self-deportation is you get a free flight. You know what I mean? They said, and maybe you get a chance to come back to the U.S.
I heard they were also paying them $1,000.
Yeah, like go home. Here's a free flight. Here's $1,000.
They're trying to market it so that way you don't have to get picked up by ICE and be put in a detention center. You get a nice, comfortable flight on Spirit.
Yeah, they say because if they have to come get you, there's gonna be some wages lost, imprisonment in jail, and they gonna definitely send your ass back home.
No, they not. They dropping them all off in El Salvador. Half the people not even from there. You not really paying attention. You not really paying attention.
I gotta use
they dropping these people off wherever they want. They picking up whoever they want, whether they got papers, whether they don't. They are ready to make America white again, for sure. So it's totally fine. It's totally fine. We just have to get through these 4 years, and whatever.
I don't fear.
But you know what's crazy, and I do want to make this point though.
What?
I am not a Trump supporter. I don't have an issue with people who are. That's all I'm going to say on that front. But with the tariffs, remember we were talking about the tariffs a few weeks ago and how it's getting crazy?
Yeah.
They're very close to negotiating a mutually benefit tariff deal with China. So like he essentially made a big stink about it and put everyone in an uproar just to prove himself right and getting what he wanted anyway. When he could have just literally tried to make a deal in the first place. But he did all this drama and all this.
So he did all ruffled up the feathers and all this attention. And
for it to work.
So it could be like, I'm the bad guy, but I'm the good guy in the same time. And it's like, see?
Because
didn't
now
I tell you?
He said, or what I read today on the Shade Room was that.
I mean, we're all like that, though. Sometimes we're all going to set up the play and it'd be like, see? Didn't I tell you?
He got the China tariffs to be lowered to 10%.
Yeah.
That was lower than they were before. So, like, I'm not saying I'm supporting him, but I'm, like, low-key mind-blown that, like, the way he wanted it to worked, even though he did it ass backwards.
It's all up here in the cabeza. He got it all planned out. I mean,
maybe he's smarter than he letting on. He just talked too much shit for everybody to see that he's actually smart.
Now, so should I get you a red hat? Now, Sean was told on the water.
Now, if I spit this at you, you gonna be mad. My equipment. You got this. Oh my god, the sound card.
You got it. When this isn't for me. It's for my dog. Yo,
you're so mean.
But geez, yeah, y'all listen. Run, cause they coming. If you're not legally in here, they coming for you.
If you don't look like you from here, they're coming for you.
But it sucks though, because people like my parents, they legally came here, and so many countries that I know, people come here for a change, and things are being reversed. It's not like how it was like a couple of years ago. Things are going back to the times that, social injustice and a lot of things were just upside down. But I'm praying for the better. I don't fear anything but God. And to be honest, like, it is what it is. We got to just go through this. I'm not scared of what's to come, but, I believe in Christ at the end of the day. It's the only thing that's going to help me stay afloat. You feel me? But damn.
For real.
Oh my gosh. We made it to another week. Episode 8. We definitely, you spitting out water. Yeah, you got a hole in your lip.
I dead spilled it out the cup. It didn't even come out of my mouth. It just came out the cup.
You just aggressively grabbed the water.
No, it was when I was about to put it down. It's like I wheel.
Oh, it went like a slide. You whipped it? What is that dance? What is it? Y'all should see this little dance she doing. Is that your little mouse dance?
There's a song.
You got the little puff on. You got the 2 puffs on your head.
Looking like Minnie. I was Alien Superstar.
Alien Superstar?
Yeah, from Beyonce's Renaissance album.
Shoot, Beyonce is coming soon. Oh, there you are.
Alien Superstar.
True. Be right there.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I have to tell a quick story before we get out of here. So my little homie at work, he's not really my little homie, he's my boss. But my little homie at work went to the SZA concert this weekend. Kendrick and SZA.
Yo, they did a pop-up at Brooklyn as well.
With Kate Renata.
That was fire,
crazy.
Bro.
So I get into work today. I'm like, yo, Matt.
Oh, yeah.
How's the concert, bro? He was like, dog, we did some sketchy ass shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, bro, my friend made press passes and that's how we got into the show. They did not buy tickets. They were 5 rows from the stage. I said, Beyonce? I need the plug. Yo,
Beyonce.
5 rows.
Jail say? You trying to go to jail? What the
He
hell?
didn't go to jail.
Press pass?
5 rows from the stage for Kendrick and SZA.
That's
off of
crazy.
Press pass?
That actually scanned?
I mean,
these things scan. Don't they have beep?
I guess they didn't have to scan them. I don't know.
How in the hell do you risk that? How in the hell do you really sit there?
Confidence. It's all about confidence.
You gotta
act like you know where you're going and you belong there. Mm-hmm. Once they see then
you don't.
That's it. You gotti.
But you telling me,
gotti.
You telling me no one's gonna sit there and just come over and be like, can I scan your ticket, please?
Nah, bro.
Or especially when you're walking into the area, you don't think they're gonna be like, tickets, please. Just scan it.
They don't scan them when you get to your seats. They only scan them at the front.
Yeah, but when you get into certain areas, like when we sat at courtside at the Nuggets game, we gave our tickets at a certain section and they scanned it. And then when we went through, did they not check our tickets again?
No, because we had wristbands.
Well, then we had something to verify.
Whatever.
How in the world? That's what I'm saying. How in the world he pulled that off?
I need him to pull it off for me for Beyonce.
Yo, so. Matt, tell me what you need. I need 2 of them things. We need that one and the Breezy concert. We need 3 of those things.
No. Well, we don't need the Breezy concert.
Why not?
Because I'm paying $1,000.
You're not paying $1,000. You paid $1,000. You lose $1,000.
I want my picture like this.
Yeah, and then I'm
gonna go like this.
And then I'm gonna be behind you like this. What you talking about? I'm
paying $1,000 to see Chris Brown. Are you crazy?
There's no way in the world I'm paying you're paying $1,000 and I'm not there.
I want his attention.
You want his attention? Well, go ahead, save up that $1,000.
Oh, yeah,
save your $1,000. I already know where I'm at.
But
for Beyonce,
Matt's gonna hook it up for me and Koi to go to Beyonce. So
well, it don't matter. I'm gonna be at Beyonce. Julius, watch out, move. I'm gonna be Julius. I'm gonna ball. I'm gonna be standing right there.
You're not as big as him.
I gotta work on my plan. See, I got a plan. So when I get to the stadium,
you gotta get the.
I gotta find Julius, and when I find Julius,
you gotta knock him out.
Knock him out, like with the statues, like one of those
chloroform.
Chloroform.
Wait, we can't be talking about that because like this is going in a public thing.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
true.
This could be considered premeditated.
Well, Beyonce concert definitely this summer. We want to make
this summer. It's in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. Oh man.
Beyonce's here in 2 weeks.
I'm booked and busy. I can't keep up. with these days. But y'all, my gosh. We're
going to see y'all next week.
We're going to see y'all next week. Please don't forget, send us those questions, DM us those questions, and answer these questions that we have for y'all. Because I really want to get some of y'all opinion as well. Because it's not always about us. It's always going to be about you guys.
It's my world. You're just living in it.
See, you see that? Yin and yang. You see that? That's it. She want to be famous. I want to be famous. She want to be famous. But it's been another week of unwanted feedback for today.
You didn't ask for it. We gave it to you anyway. Stick it.
Exactly. See you next time when we have even more stuff you didn't want to hear from your boy Steph. And she don't like to say her name, but we already said
it's
that.
It's your girl JD on a trizzy.
Dang, I keep itching. I need to go bathe.
Ooh, go bathe.
I need to go
You're
bathe.
dirty, boy.
It's time to go bathe, y'all.
You're dirty.
Good night.
Clap it and cheek. Fire.
Fire, we a tech man. Fibati.
Big volcano. Phew, phew, phew. That was the worst fireworks ever.